York City.
Hi, welcome. Okay, all right. Hey everybody, hey Jonah. Who else is here? Let's see. Hi Aves. Thanks for joining me. How's the sound and everything? Hi Jackie. Let's see. Thanks for just having some patience with me as I do this for the first time. Let's see. Okay. I'm still working out the best setup. Let's see. Okay, great. Okay. So, I called in the energies and started picking some cards for what's going on. I want to start with some grounding breaths, and then I'll share the cards and we'll talk about the full moon astrology, and then I can pick cards for everybody. So thank you. Welcome. Thanks for joining here. And feel free to write questions, comments. Definitely let me know if the sound or something goes wrong. Okay, I'll bring them on camera. Okay. Okay, great. So, would everybody like to join me with some grounding breaths? Okay, wherever you are, if you can, close your eyes. Not if you're driving or maybe at work or something. And feel the roots of your feet and your sit bones going all the way down into the earth. Through whatever building or nature, if you're lucky to be outside right now, all the way down. Send your roots down all the way to the center, to the core of Mother Earth. She's there to support you. Feel all her support. There's been a lot of intense energies this week, so we really could use all the support we can get. And I personally really like connecting to Mother Earth. Okay, great. Okay. All right. Natalia's here. Richard, hey. Okay, great. I'm definitely a bit nervous. This is my first live on Facebook, so thank you. Thanks, guys, for joining. Wow. Okay. Here. I think some folks didn't see the spreads I have out, but I picked 2 cards to start, and really lovely energies came out. First card, 10 of Cups. Okay, so the 10 of Cups, it did come out reversed. So the 10 of Cups is an emotional water energy card, which really, it's one of the happiest. It's actually the card of joy. It's actually the card of elation and like fantasies come true, everything come true. But it came out reversed, so I'd say that we all feel on the verge of really awesome things happening, and feeling better. That's a really good sign that we're feeling better, because I know that a lot of people wrote me, and I think everybody I talked to this week was saying that they at least had to go through some really huge emotional upset this week, and maybe it wasn't even caused by anything, it just was in the air. And I experienced that too. I mostly experienced it Tuesday evening and Wednesday. I particularly felt it really intense. And here's the other card. And let me know if you want to know about the decks I'm using. I don't know, this might be backwards for you guys. So this is the breakthrough card of the Magical Dimensions deck. And you can see Sedona in the background there. So the breakthrough card also speaks of these new beginnings. That's definitely where we are. And since we've really been going through a lot, we've been really put through a lot with the energies. I can talk about the general energies of last week, the astrology that we're going through with this full moon. It's Easter, Passover, to Eastover. It's religious weekend, and happy holidays if you're celebrating anything. And also, of course, these things go to pagan roots, which have a lot to do with being born, resurrecting, having breakthroughs, being born again. So that's the energy that's in the air. Today's Good Friday, and that would definitely be the sense of dying. So we're really bringing something to its ending, and this relates to the astrology. So the ongoing astrology is very much, hello if you're joining, thanks for joining. The major astrology that's going on underneath everything. So the full moon is very much of, it culminated this morning. So that shows us the energies of, this small time period. But everything, there's this really big backdrop happening, and that of our times in the era, and that is the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. And we haven't even had that yet. These are our slower moving planets. They're on the south node. The south node of the moon is with this energy. So this is really showing in Capricorn, the age is changing. Like the major age we're coming out of is ending. The structures, the patriarchy, everything is significantly shifting, and it's dying. And we definitely saw it this week with the fire at Notre Dame. I haven't really posted about it. I'm not making like some major conclusions, but it definitely is a sign of history really changing, and the idea of something being set on fire, especially the roof. We're really looking at how we're going through major shifts of illumination, new energies coming in, and again, things dying, things leaving to leave room for something new. So I started with a couple cards here. And some astrology. I want to answer the question. People wrote me questions, so I want to reply to them. And I really think that everyone will relate to these questions. And feel free, again, I think I'll be able to see if anybody has questions here. Not seeing anything just yet. So let me know if you have advice for me doing lives too, if I can improve this at all. Okay, so the intensity here has very much been around emotional things coming up, and it can really feel like it's not even related to anything. So these massive kind of energy surges and difficulties, challenges, emotional pains, they very much to do with definitely things from the past, and it's energetic. So the pain that we're carrying, we don't really know where often it comes from. The patterns in our life can show us our themes that probably we've been carrying throughout past lives. And so if you're experiencing like deep emotions come up, it's probably something that's like a major shift. And the people are really wanting to know what the intensity is going to end, and if the releasing time is going to end. And I would say that with the intensity of those emotional surges of this week, I would say that edge is probably done for now. We had South Node Pluto happen last week, and that is definitely that connection to our soul. So any kind of debris, significant issues to do with Pluto, which has to do with power and control. That's like the whole victim perpetrator dynamic that we play out individually, and we see massively played out on the global scale, political scale. We see it in our families. So those are the issues that were being brought up. Again, the south node of the moon has got to do with karma and the past. So these, again, the Pluto Saturn, for just joining, I'll just want to make this clear. The Saturn Pluto on the south node is releasing. So we're releasing these old structures, Capricorn, right? Saturn is also structures. That really means that we're really bringing in the new structures, and Pluto is it's interesting that it's about power and control. Pluto is the planet that most of us, especially in school, we learn about that being the farthest planet. And yes, it was demoted, but it actually was put back up in its status as a planet again recently. So, and astrologers, we all take Pluto seriously. Really is our connection to our soul, and to it really leads us to eternal life. I'd love to talk more about this. I don't think I have time to go into this more deeply. But so Pluto as our sense of power, that's all being played out. And so we all kind of take these roles based on different things that happen to us. We have different roles we play in our family, the scapegoat, again, it's the whole victim perpetrator cycle that everybody works together on to heal each other. And this clearing opens us up to our true power, which is our soul power, which is beyond space and time and eternal. So when you're doing this work, when you're looking at why those patterns are coming back up in your life, this is really what gives you that ability to be free, really, to be free as a soul. When we're looking at Saturn and Pluto, these are the planets that get the hardest rap, right? Saturn being about authority, and Pluto being about power. So yeah, we're seeing it all played out on the world stage. That's why I wasn't surprised really that Trump won, and that everything we're seeing happen. This is exactly what it looks like. This is the mirror of what's going on internally and collectively. And it is a shit show. Like, that is what it is, and it's to wake us up. So, okay. So as far as that intensity last week should be this wave, we should be culminating it. And today on Good Friday is a really good day to kind of end this major lesson. Not that, there's going to be more layers, but it really does seem that a major layer we just passed through. When the South Node passes through Saturn in about a week and a half, we're going to have more of this intensity about making something happen in our lives, building something, making sure our lives are in order. But the South Node Pluto that we went through the last few weeks, really would bring up our the intense, the icky stuff. So congratulations, you made it through this. And really, if you really want to truly make it through it, the more grounding you can do, the more looking at the patterns in your life, really looking at how you can fight through them. So if you find yourself like always feeling like the victim, then there's certain things you need to do. If you're always feeling like you need to control situations, and there's some certain things that would be helpful to work on. And we can go into this. I can do more about that. Let's see. And I find personally the best way to heal, or a better word is holing, like to bring in the parts of ourselves that we've really lost. That's why we give up our control, because there's parts of ourselves that we're still bringing back to ourselves. That's like a good way of kind of explaining it. And it feels like that we're in the pain body and having to do the healing or releasing, like when a major part of this is connecting with our higher self. So I would say, like, in the work I'm doing in general, or what I think is most important overall, would be connecting with this higher self that we have. You can call that, the part that's connected, always connected to, you could say, God, to Great Spirit. This part of yourself is the self that oversees, when you're looking at the things that keep happening in your life, or you're looking at, you just did something that you wish you hadn't done. Like this, the higher self is the part that is aware of everything going on in your life, and by connecting with that part, this is really where the lessons are learned, where you can overcome things. So there's a lot of techniques for working with your higher self. Just being aware, just noticing you have a higher self. I mean, you could take a few deep breaths now and connect to that self that's really aware of everything. And then you can start to plan out and work from in that direction. If you really find yourself having a lot of really big challenges, emotional upsets that's really not going away, I have personally found that somatic work is very helpful, because the pain literally lives in our bodies. And if anyone has suggestions on that, experience with that, that'd be cool to see. The big thing that's happening now is that the frequencies are increasing, and this is what you may be noticing. And this last week, with the intensity of emotions, might have caught you off guard, because you're like, oh, I thought I healed that, I thought I worked through that, I thought I knew better. Why is this triggering me? Why are my emotions so intense? And really, what I believe is that the energy, the frequencies are increasing. You could say the frequency of Gaia is increasing. I could try to put some links below about where to find more information about this. Let me know if that's surprising to you, if you've ever heard of that before. But as the frequencies increase, we're being asked to increase, and this is where we're bringing in more of our higher self. We're able to hold more positive energy. We're able to be more in the moment, and the more we're in our present moment, more connected to our higher self. That's it. That's, like, you could say that's the goal. That's what we're wanting to happen. And so I think we get kind of get this breather this weekend in the respect, because again, I'm talking about answering some questions people want to know about the intensity being over, releasing being over. Is it time to manifest? This full moon today, which is going to reverberate over the weekend, was pretty much close to Uranus. So the sun was at the last degree of Libra, and the moon was at last degree of Libra, the sun was at the last degree of Aries, and Uranus is at 3 degrees Taurus. So that is 4 degrees from the sun and the full moon, which really shows the dynamic changes going on, which is why one of the first cards to come out was this breakthrough card. So you really truly are on the edge of a breakthrough. I mentioned, I think Monday I did astrology for the weekend. I said, like, feels like we're on the edge of the breakthrough. Here it is. This is coming up now. So this is the weekend where it happens, which would mean the other card that came up was the Ten of Cups. This is the happy card. This is the joy fulfillment card. Where really it's like so good you can't believe it. So those two together are showing that that's what is happening. So that would be the intensity is over. The time for releasing is over. What we're headed towards next, again, I mentioned the Saturn South Node conjunction that's happening, which is the building. So you've already, as far as manifesting, Lynette, you asked about that. The manifesting, you've already started it. I mean, we're in the Aries month, just we're at the last degree now. That flew by. That was, you started to see the sprouts coming up. We're pretty much ending the Pisces energies. There's been a lot of energy in Pisces, which is when we're dreaming and we're really letting go of the past cycle. So with the new cycle coming up, and now we're headed into Taurus. The moon's gonna is already in Scorpio, right? Because the moon was at the last degree of Libra, so it moved into Scorpio right after the full moon. So this weekend will be about, will be some deep stuff, because the moon in Scorpio will really ask us to look at things in a really honest, deep way. And from that, we'll be able to really make some really powerful decisions. Because again, so it's like Pluto is related to Scorpio. I talked a lot about Pluto today. So I'll take a breath. Really great to see everybody here, and I'm really thankful that you're all tuning in. Hello. Hi Jane. Okay. So then about manifesting. Yeah, you have started manifesting. Manifesting, look, you have things in your life that have come in the last month. So this is for everyone. This was asked by a specific person, but the manifestation has begun. So you are manifesting. It's just a matter of now we'll be able to go to the next steps. Why don't I ask the cards more about this, actually? And again, the astrology behind all of this coming up, the sun is going to meet with Uranus, which is, it's really the breakthrough of the new self. That's what that breakthrough card is. It's the new self. Uranus, it moved into Taurus, it's like now, how long ago? Like a month ago now? The Uranus in Taurus is the bringing heaven down into earth. So the awakening of our bodies, of the physical dimension. I kind of been thinking that this is really like new, almost like new physical laws. Obviously they're not new, but we're gonna have new awareness of the physical laws. You're gonna have, so manifestation is quicker. And of course, when I'm talking about manifestation, I'm not talking about like the cheesy law of attraction. I love that stuff, but it's not about making money. That's not the priority. Manifestation, of course, is the things that your soul purpose. Again, talking about higher self. These are you knowing what you're here to do, because you're connected to your higher self, your life purpose, and you have certain things you want to do, and you're working towards holding yourself so that you can bust through these challenges. One reason I'm doing this live today is because I've been putting this off for a very long time, and I figured with the Sun conjunct Uranus energies, and even there's like some Venus Chiron stuff, I feel like it's like not about being perfect. It's like just doing it, just trying and seeing, busting through that like veil of like, oh, it's not gonna work out, or it's not perfect, so I shouldn't start. So really going for stuff right now and realizing that you are ready. Doesn't have to be perfect, and it's process. So that's another piece. All right. Okay, I think I've talked enough. So how about some more cards, and then does everybody want cards? I guess I could just pick cards for folks who are on the live now. I know I missed some folks because, yeah, right? I'll just pick cards. So how about, I'm going to pick 2 more cards for advice in general, and then pick individual cards. Okay? Yeah, because I think timing-wise, this is good. So here, I'm going to flash to the altar I have set up, and you can see different decks. I have the Magical Dimensions deck. I can't remember the name of this deck. It's like some light language angel crystal-based deck. It's from Australia. It's really wild. This is... Oh, I don't have the names or anything in front of me. This is a really beautiful, very earth-based card deck that was gifted to me. And this is the Chrysalis deck, which is, you can see the butterflies. It's really lovely. I got this in Sedona, and after I bought it, the artist lives there, and there's a lot of pictures from Sedona. And actually the Magical Dimensions deck also has a lot of pictures from Sedona, and I just was there, so that's really cool to me. Okay, I'm just gonna pick 2 quick cards and then get to your cards. So how about this is a very earth-based deck. It has all the elements. It's a very grounded deck. Okay, so integration. Integration. So there's been a lot going on. It does feel like a breather this weekend. I know it's like hard to believe, but I think we have time now to really put all the pieces together. Interesting. If you want to look at the pattern some more. Okay, so integration. So just in case anyone didn't see, first card pulled when I started was the Ten of Cups. This is like a wish fulfillment. It's really high joy. It's really the happiness returning. It was reversed, so there is some work to do about this. There is some really allowing it to come in because it was reversed when I pulled it. The breakthrough card, again, that came in to really show us that's really where we're at. And again, the Sun-Uranus conjunction, it mimics this. And now the integration card. And the final card, this will be some crystal energy. Okay, what will help us the most? Okay. This is the ruby. Beautiful ruby. See the light language encoded in this deck. The ruby, it says spiritual warrior. Okay, so we're all spiritual warriors. If you're on this call, if you're on this talk right now live, you are a spiritual warrior. So this is more advice. So we're integrating, and as far as spiritual warrior, wow. Interesting. The spiritual warrior card to me seems like a blend. It's like we do have to it kind of goes back to like what you think spiritual is, right? So I really, a lot of it to me is connecting to the higher self. So it's like really going for that. And when you do that, then you can ground it here on the planet and bring your life purpose here. But the spiritual warrior, I'd love to hear any of your thoughts about this. Yeah, really, really being present with your spiritual discoveries, needs, really staying with it, not letting the world or people like maybe you're going to see family this weekend, not if they kind of laugh at this or don't take it seriously, or they're going through their stuff, and they might kind of scoff at your ideas and maybe how far you've come. That would be like holding strong with your beliefs, and really knowing the best way to use this energy. So really looking at how you can really change your life, change the world with what you know. With what you know to be true, with your beliefs. Jupiter just went retrograde. So we're really integrating a lot of spiritual discoveries with these two together. Okay. I'm going to put I'm going to leave these out actually, because then it's part of the altar. And I'm going to pick new cards for everybody. Which deck? We're going to go with the pretty crazy spiritual deck. Okay. Lindsay, what do you mean? Tell us more about your belly, because I've had solar plexus stuff the last 2 days that's been wild. Tell us more. Oh, Michelle. Awesome to see you, Michelle. And Bo, awesome. Lindsay. What else did I miss? Heinz. This is really cool. Okay. All right. And I have to figure out how to do multitask now. Actually, I don't need to write it in the thing. I'm just going to share it with you. Okay. I'm going to scroll up to the top of when people popped in. So this might take... I'm going to try to go pretty quickly with these. If you have any questions about this, feel free to message me and we can talk more about your message. Okay. I am going to put back the breakthrough card. Okay, I'm using the Magical Dimensions really far out deck that is supercharged. Okay. Because you're all spiritual warriors, as we just talked about. Okay. So Marty, this is your card. The cards are meant to help you and show you where you're at and see if there's any advice and resonance for you. Okay, Marty, Sanctuary. The Sanctuary card feels a lot about making sure that you've really carved out a nice space for yourself to integrate, and to really make sure you're in a really great space. So it's really a lot about self-care. Maybe maybe you have something going on in your space and you need to remedy it, or make sure that you're making a lot of, like, you're giving yourself enough time and space to take care of yourself. Okay. Jonah. All right. Okay. Jonah, emotional freedom. Okay, so emotional freedom. It's this, I guess she could be kind of like a Selkie water fairy. She's in the waters. So waters, represent emotions and consciousness. And so I would say this looks like a renewal. This looks like freeing yourself from something that's been holding you back, and really letting go so you can really emerge. That, the Ten of Cups card that came up for everybody. So really, really allowing that to happen. Nice. And next, Jackie. And you might find, I've noticed when I'm on these kind of things, like the card, you'll resonate with the messages that are for other folks. Okay, Jackie. Jackie also got sanctuary. Now this makes sense that this is already, now it's the second time it's come up already in from a few picks, because we're really needing to integrate and take care of ourselves. The moon's in Scorpio. That really is a really good time to go within and to really look at stuff, work out, be okay with what's going on. It's really about being okay with it, because if you're fighting it, if you're blaming or looking, I'm not saying you're doing any of this stuff, but this is like a Scorpio stuff. And if you're looking elsewhere, if you're looking outside of yourself for like the reason that stuff's going bad, or you're blaming, that would be the control stuff that would be coming up. And the moon's in Scorpio now, so we all have to look at that. And what comes through all of that is the healing and the integration, the psychological processes, like the adventure of all of that, and the discoveries, understanding how psychology works, and then coming out like a spiritual warrior. So there you go. Next, oh great, awesome. Okay, next is, I think it's going to be like 15 cards. I'm not really sure. I think that's how many people. A's. Okay, cool. What is it again? Harmonic resolution. I wonder how these cards are showing up. But this is a lot of light language on it, right? This harmonic resolution card is really like a huge transmutation. It's making me think of the black hole that was just found, like the supergalactic hole that's at the second degree of Libra. It's the supergalactic center. That's like the source of source of source. So our personal galaxies are all connected in with, of course, the Milky Way. The Milky Way has its own black hole, right? The one that we saw the photo of that came out recently, that's the supergalactic center. That is like drawing. It really feels like it can really shows that we're really getting this deep cleanse. It's that harmonic resolution card. It really is this tremendous shift of energy, because we're really getting this huge cleanse and healing. And again, it relates to the cards, the breakthrough card. So really allow that massive transmutation to happen. Caves. Jackie, Jonah, Mandy. Hi, Mandy. Okay, Mandy. Okay, throat portal, Mandy. What do you wanna say? Actually, I just pulled this up, and the comment right before you is, I hear you. So I'm wondering, like, do you want to be heard? Like, what needs to be said? This is really big for everybody right now. Mercury is with Chiron. I'm kind of foggy right now. Let me look. I just was writing about that. Mercury. is, yeah, Mercury is going to meet up with Chiron. This is a lot of healing, communication, and words. So we're really diving deep this weekend to look at that. But we're not, this weekend should be, try to keep it as if you can, as calm for you as possible. Don't get overwhelmed this weekend. Like, try to stay grounded and slow, and because you really need this time right now to integrate, because there is a lot of energy and things that are going to shift. So try not to, I always bring this up, like, because a lot of people's families, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of effort to, if you're making meals, like, just don't save some energy for yourself, for sure. Okay, Natalia. All right. Oh, same card again. So what I just said, Natalia. So this is some huge transmutation. So just let yourself, like, imagine yourselves like being renewed, like you're completely new person down on, even on the your cellular level. You're just coming out all new. And it could be, it's that letting go of emotions that are challenging too. Okay. All right. Richard. Okay, Richard. Heart portal. Good. I love how pretty this card is. The heart portal card looks like this beautiful cosmic peppermint. I mean, this one's very straightforward. So your heart's opening. You're going through a heart awakening, and that's just beautiful. And what could be more important for in this day and age? Okay. Hey, Drew. Drew, you're probably the person I've known the longest here. Known you since I was 6 years old. Okay, Drew. Okay. Drew, you got kick-ass card. Magical Realms. What is going on? This is super cool. Like, this is like a choose your own adventure, like some really wild stuff happening. Definitely, I'd love to hear about what's going on. Awesome. I hope you're enjoying this. Wow. This really, and then what this the fine print was saying, that you need some. It also brings in confidence. So it's really having confidence that all these superpowers are yours. Okay. Jane. Okay, Jane. Thanks, Natalia. Okay. Jane. Crown portal. That. Beautiful. I love these cards. They just grow on me. I got it recently and I just love them. Crown portal. I mean, this is your crown, and this actually relates, I think, a lot to it's really intense and sad and everything about Notre Dame, but the roof was on fire. Like, the roof caved in. Like, the crown portal, our crown portals are opening up and more energy's coming in, especially, again, the black hole picture being found, like, being able to see the black hole. These are really cosmic energies coming in. I can feel it right now. It's like, feels like a hot energy. I don't think it's just the light on me. This is really amazing. Okay. And Natalia, Jane. Okay, Dylan. Let me just see. Dylan. We'll probably do a few more. Dylan. Let's see. Time-wise. Okay. All right, Dylan. Okay, wisdom. So maybe there's some information you just got, a knowing that you'd best pay heed to. It says psychic intuition and truth. So there's something that, yeah, this is real, and you want to pay attention to it. Okay. All right. Lindsay, I don't think I picked a card, right? Oh, great. Lindsay, I don't think I did. Look. Okay. Lindsay. Okay, great. This is, I think this card's beautiful. This is the Ice Queen. And it says introspection, self-analysis, and fortitude. So this is really about it. To me, it's very feminine. Really about really being really fortifying your, you know, your feminine self, so your inner self, you know, so you can feel strong. There's a purity element to this, and it does take some like some hermiting, and you're protecting you know, those great qualities that you have, the inner qualities that are sensitive. Okay. Sergi. Oh, great. Wow, loving the feedback. Thank you. Okay. Sergi. Higher perspective. I think this is like the main card in the deck. Like there's something about this card being, I mean, this is the Cosmos card. It's probably just because I really like it. It's that big awakening to your cosmic self. Sergi. Wow. Okay. And there's also, I like how that card also has unity, so it's also about realizing like how connected everything is. Okay, Laurel. Yeah. Oneness. There's more Sedona coming back. Amazing places. Okay, so the Oneness card, it's very, this one is related to the masculine, so it just had a card that was related to the feminine. So this card is more about really awareness, and also kind of like the Cosmos card that just came up too. So really recognizing how to make things happen, like how you can, you know, make things in your life work. So you really are, this, I think it's like about creating. There's a lot here. I feel like there's a lot going on. So maybe it's about simplifying too. I'd love to hear your feedback on that. Okay. And Remy, hi Remy. Okay. Okay, liberation. So this is really saying it is time. It's time to let yourself something, like be okay with something. Grow. It's okay to grow. It's okay to leave something. You're expanding, so go for it. Okay, Sarah. Okay, Sarah. This is for Sarah Jahara. Okay, empowerment, Sarah. So she's pretty awesome. She's got a sword of truth. She's got her magical horse. Unicorn? Of course it's a unicorn. So she's really feeling ready. She's really ready for something huge. So you're ready. Go for it. Dan Sullivan. Oh, I never even mentioned I am playing a mix from my favorite well, it's a DJ show called Beats in Space that I've listened to for like, oh my god, almost 20 years. And this DJ is Jamie Tiller, and I'll post this playlist. I'm just so thrilled about it. Jamie Tiller, yeah, I don't know where he's from yet, but something from music. He's on, I guess, label Music from Memory. I will share that. Okay, so that was Sarah. Dan. Dan, Oneness card came back up for you. So this again is about creating. This is the Divine Masculine card. So I really think like how you have a shaman here who is hanging out with a bear and playing music. Like he's kind of creating the world into being. Those crystals are growing because he is focused on it. So this is about focusing and being at one with your life and everything around you to really create something. Super. Okay, Donnie. Hi, Donnie. Let's see. I don't think I've met you yet, Donnie. Okay. Solar portal. So this is, I think this is a solar plexus. So this is like a solar plexus energy. This is huge. Actually, this is what I've been going through all week. Really intense. This is like our power center. So this is where we really need to be strong to be in our power and to, I talked a lot about in the beginning about, really ending cycles of like victim perpetrator. This is you really standing in your truth and really putting out what you want, really radiating like what you want, you know. So the more we are in the energies that we want, you know, we can then attract them to us. So this is being in the frequency of like a strong internal fire that is just blessing the world and is really attracting to us. So I think these cards really activate what's happening. I really like them. Okay, Giovanni. Okay. Liberation. Okay, it's time. You're ready to expand, go to something new. Really looking at the flowers. There's something very hippie-like that's connecting with you with this. I don't know. There's something that you want to do that maybe somebody says is silly. It's okay to go for it. Okay, Jackie. Did I pick one for you, Jackie? Now is when... I don't remember. Jackie, you might be getting a second card right now, because I don't remember. I need an assistant. It's something. Okay. Jackie. Reflective truth. Okay, now this is, I'm so glad this came up, and I really regret not talking about this in the beginning about the full moon. The full moon was in Libra, right? The last degree of Libra. In the Cosmic Astrology that I've been studying for a few years, it's called Cosmic Consciousness, and it really is a system for the new age. It's awesome. Libra is the cosmic mirror. It's where we realize that every body, especially, but everything in our life is really a mirror for ourselves. So this degree of the moon being at 29 Libra, the last degree, is really saying that we're really recognizing that it's all us. It's our creation. So the subtext here is identity, self-love, and acceptance. So that is what's needed when you recognize this stuff, and it's hard. You know, it can be a hard pill to swallow when you realize that you're somehow entangled with this stuff. It somehow it's helping you to realize something about yourself. The challenges. It could be something positive too. Obviously, the mirrors. So it's just recognizing who you are. So great. And when you have to know who you are to be able to do anything. So, super important. Know thyself, yeah? Okay. Heinz. This might be it. No, Heinz. Maybe there's a few more. Okay. Okay. We're not running out of time. Heinz. Heinz, are you in Austria? That's cool. I don't know if anybody else is in another country. Okay. Solar portal. So this again is self-esteem, self-value, really being in your full power and radiating. So being in your truth, standing in your truth, using your inner powers for positive. There's a healing there with that. So great. Bo. Okay, Bo in Sedona. Oh, this card just flew out. That's the first time that's happened. Okay. This is like a really wild card. Look at that. this is the attachment card. So there's something maybe that you're afraid to let go of. This is a lot kind of like the Four of Pentacles card. Like you've accumulated something, and it might be time to let it go, even though maybe it has monetary value or somewhere it's giving you something, but it's time to, there's something maybe else. Like you see, there's something else. I'm gonna take a second card because I feel like what else wants to come through for you, Bo? Yeah, there's the oneness. This is where you live, right? This is like your everyday backdrop, right, Bo? So this is you. This is you creating what you want. So you have to let go of an attachment to something so you can create what you do want. Great. Michelle. Oh, Michelle. Michelle is everybody. You gotta follow Michelle Mache. She was my first spiritual teacher. I found her podcast maybe 11 or 12 years ago, maybe 11 years ago, and that's how I got, every week I couldn't wait for her show, and for years and years and years and years, listened every week. I learned so much, so grateful, and I had some readings with her too. Michelle, picking card for you, it's an honor. Galactic guidance. So this is not surprising. You're so in tune. So maybe this means you are getting, maybe there's a space, the spaceship is here. Maybe you know something. There's something new. Something new. Maybe even a higher perspective is happening. Wow. Okay, that might be Jen Zakin. Okay. I guess I'll keep going for a few minutes. Hi, Jen. Okay, Jen Zakin. Okay, this is the isolation card. We have the wolf howling at the full moon. So, as this relates to today, there's and I know this home, and I know you're personally going through something related to home. So this is what you're going through. This is what's underneath the trials and tribulations. Is what you're going through, and know that something more is coming. You've needed to go through this internal lonely path right now, so that something, so you can get in touch with something, so you can come back even stronger. So this is really beautiful because, of course, it's the full moon day, and reminds me of your dog too, kind of wolf-like, right? Okay. Jessica. Hey, Jessica. Okay. Solar portal. I think this is the third time. The first card come out 3 times. Again, solar plexus. So radiating your personal power energy in a balanced way. The full moon's about balance, everybody. So, just balancing your needs with other people's needs, what you want to manifest. But this is about radiating what you want and really going for it. So it's, the solar plexus is located between the sacral and the heart. So it really does take, it's acting from a creative mindset. I would say that the world's going on is, there's a lot of this happening in a bad way. We're seeing, everywhere the manipulation coming from a very selfish sacral place and without the heart. So when you have the sacral cleansed and the heart energy open, you're then able to radiate from a very positive place. And you can look how, the sun, then you're just a sun, and everybody just wants to do what you want to do when you're radiating from that place. So it's easy then. Okay. Eric. Okay, Eric. Eric Lister. Eric Lister, Celestial Assistance. You have some big help happening. I don't think I've even seen this card yet. So you can call upon. I'm really looking at this Merkaba. You know, you might want to find out, and like, it just feels like powerful manifestation, like maybe Metatron. Like, I don't know if you have like a particular guide. I don't know. This is powerful, man. Don't you think? Like, I'd love to hear if you're like connected with Metatron, or if there's another who you're getting your information from. We have a lot of help up there. Okay. Okay, Richard. Hi, Richard. I don't think I know you. Richard. Okay. Wisdom. So this wisdom card is like a, you know, again, this knowing. So this isn't a deep knowing, you know, maybe you got some information, you know, you just know something. You can trust that that's true. You know, you're also trying to figure stuff out. A lot of people have, it's been challenging really figuring stuff out, off and on for a while now. There's been a lot of Pisces energy, but we're really moving out of that now. So you can maybe feel more trust in what you know. Okay. Great. Oh wow. Thank you, CJ. CJ. Let's see. Crown Portal. This came up before. This is, you know, the top chakra opening. So you're really being connected to more galactic energies, higher self. This is when we have the top chakra open. This is when we're really able to live our fullest. So that's really necessary, and especially with this holy week, right? And that energy is really coming in right now. Okay, David. Hey, David. Throat portal. So speaking your truth. Look how lovely this card is. There's something really, getting something about how, there's something about the purity of like when you really speak your truth, like how precious that is, like to take that seriously. I don't know, there's something really lovely coming through. Jessica. Oh great, Jessica. Oh my gosh, that's it, everybody. I'm so thankful that you joined me for this. I'd love to have your feedback, and feel free to share this. I guess I'll put some links to like the music. I'm available for readings, and my website is alisonlevy.com. And I guess I'll figuring out if I'm going to be doing more of these lives on Facebook, or if I'm going to move to YouTube. This worked out nice. I really enjoyed this. And I guess I'll just do a recap about, in case anybody missed the beginning, the cards that came out. The first card was the Ten of Cups. That's really, it was reversed. So there's this really, there is a resurgence of joy. Like we are coming out of the challenges, but we need to do some work to make that happen. The other card that first came out, actually I put that back. That was the breakthrough card. And the breakthrough card really shows us that we are at a new precipice. And then later on, the two other cards that came out for everybody. This is for the collective. Where's the integration? And the spiritual warrior. So we're all have a lot that's come up, and we're really putting the pieces together. And the, you know, what is it? The Rainbow Warrior Tribe is live, and you guys are it's all really important what you're doing. And thank you again for joining me. Wishing you blessings, happy holidays, and love you all. Thank you. Bye.